Hey everyone, this is week 4 of my Decades collaboration with my friend Kaylee. I will leave her channel down in the description box below. Kind of lost my train of thought there. But anyways, just if you want to see how to recreate this 1940s makeup look, then keep on watching. I feel like that was kind of cheesy, but we're gonna go with it. Okay guys, so I've already started off with a concealer. I use my Wet n Wild Coverall Cover Stick in all the places I needed it, as well as my forehead, nose, cupid's bow, chin, cheekbones as like a subtle highlight. In the 40s it was popular for women to use foundation that was a shade too dark for them and to go over it with a powder that was a shade too light for them. They thought it would give them a healthy and radiant glow from within sort of look. So I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Blend foundation in the shade 405 Ivory because this is a little bit too dark for me, I think. So I'm just going to dot this on my face, and then, you know, foundation, not too complicated. Sorry if the lighting is poor, but it is very cloudy where I live. I'm going to take my Mary Kay powder in the shade Loose Ivory onto this Essence of Beauty powder brush and focus it especially on the center of my face. In the 40s, they really packed on powder like nobody's business. One of the purposes of foundation was to make sure that powder could cling to the skin, which I think is kind of funny. Next, I'm going to move on to eyebrows, which were fairly simple in the 20s. I'm going to take this Italia eyeliner in the shade Light Brown. Brow pencils weren't all too popular in the 40s, but of course they were around. I'm going to lightly trace the top of my brow. The brows of the 40s were meant to have a soft looking natural arch with like medium thickness. Thank God, because never again do I want to have to conceal my eyebrows like I did for the 30s. Now I'm going to take a spoolie and comb them out. Now, as always, if I don't like anything, I'll just take a baby wipe and clean it up. Next, I'm going to move on to my eyes, which were kept really simple in the 40s. Eyeshadow was not used very often, but because I like to keep these tutorials as dramatic as I possibly can while still being accurate, I will use eyeshadow. In the 40s, eyeshadow was usually browns, grays, or sometimes they were matched to the wearer's eye color. I mean, I already have brown eyes, so I would have brown eyeshadow anyways. So I'm going to take Tease from the Naked 2 palette onto this Wet n Wild kind of fluffy shadow brush and just plop it all over the lid. Shadows in the 40s were almost always matte, so of course with Tease I'm keeping with that theme. Multiple shades were usually not used per eye, if that makes sense. They just kept it simple with one color. Just like the 30s, they did still continue to take up their eyeshadow rather far when they did wear it. I'm going to take this EcoTools blending brush next. That won't seem to focus. And just blend. There wasn't a lot of talk on the internet about what kind of shape that was used. in the 40s, so just do what you're comfortable with, I guess. Next, I'm going to be a little bit inaccurate, but I'm just going to use Foxy from the Naked 2 palette on the same blending brush to kind of blur the edges of T's under the brow bone. Just like eyeshadow, people didn't really use eyeliner a ton into like the late 40s, I guess. But, you know, like I said, I want to do as much as I can in these tutorials, so I'm just going to do a thin line along my lash line. And they did not wing out their eyeliner in the 40s, so... It's okay if it's messy, because you're just going to take a brush to soften and smooth the lines. You can go over your eyeliner with a black shadow. Now I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Mega Plump Double Menace mascara. And, well, you see, I'm not really sure if they did lower lash mascara, but I do. Unlike eyeliner and eyeshadow, mascara was basically a necessity of the 40s, and it was very important to have really long black lashes. I'm going to do a second coat with my Retro Glam Scandalized Rimmel mascara just on the top. Those are the finished eyes of the 40s. As you can see, they were pretty simple, but now we're going to move on to cheeks. Both cream and powder rouge were used. Today I'm going to use a cream rouge. It's from a Halloween makeup bruise thing. And I'm going to take the pinky reddish color in the stack because pinkish reds and corals and peaches and those types of colors were all what was popular during the decade. And there was this thing called the tri-dot method, which you would put, here I need to open my mirror for this. You put a dot under your pupil on your cheekbone, another dot like on the top of your cheekbone by the corner of your eye, and a dot in the middle, creating a triangle about where the tip of your nose is. And I'm gonna kind of drag these colors in, or dots, into one another with my other finger, then fill it in. I'm gonna blend out more with my finger. So yeah, on this, I watched this like authentic 1940s makeup, how to apply makeup video, and it was really funny because, yeah, they were explaining this tri-dot method thing, and then she was like, and then blend out the rouge until no one can see it, not even you, and that was really funny to me. So yeah, I'm gonna blend it until no one can see it, basically. Okay, so that is my blush. And last is probably the most important part of 40s makeup, which is the lipstick, the red lipstick. By 1948, 80 to 90% of women in America were wearing lipstick, which was kind of crazy. Because of World War II, a lot of the supplies used to make makeup were being put into other products. This being said, and how makeup was like not as easy to come by as it had been before because of the war. Makeup was also considered like a huge part of the war effort because while women were working in the factories and stuff, they still wanted to somehow express their femininity. Even though makeup was less prominent during the 40s, in terms of how it looked, it was still really, really important to women during the time. I don't know where that long spiel came from, but yeah, red lipstick was like the most important part of 40s makeup. And, you know, it was like red of like all shades and tones and whatever, but I'm gonna go for like red. So this is Wet n Wild Stoplight Red. In this decade, women would overdraw their lips to make like their top lips basically as full as their bottom lips were. As well as the tri-dot method from that little like authentic 1940s how to apply makeup video. They said to apply lipstick in the direction of the grain of the lips, so to go like downwards and upwards so you could follow your lip line, or like the lines in your lips. After applying whatever shade of red, they would usually blot it like once or twice with a tissue. Okay guys, so this is the finished 1940s makeup look. It's so simple, I'm trying to think like, did I forget something? But nope, that's basically it. The essential parts to 1940s makeup was to try and have flawless looking skin, really long eyelashes, that soft arch eyebrow, and red lips. Like rouge, eyeshadow, eyeliner, that's not that important, but it was still used, you know. Anyways, this is the final product. You should totally go watch Kaylee's channel and see her 1940s video, and if you haven't seen the other ones, check those out too. I hope you guys are really enjoying the series because I know I am. If you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe because I'd love to see you next time. So bye guys!